TTFields had been shown to disrupt cancer cell division in a number of ways. And when the TTFields were tested with different forms of chemotherapy, it did increase the activity of the chemotherapy. And the class of drugs that was most benefited were a class of chemotherapy drugs known as taxanes, of which nab-paclitaxel is one of them. And then this was tested in 40 patients with a drug called gemcitabine, and also for some of them nab-paclitaxel. The use of this device with chemotherapy was found to be feasible, safe, and actually quite effective. So with that as a background, patients with locally advanced pancreas cancer were chosen. Excuse me. Locally advanced pancreas cancer patients are patients who are generally inoperable but don't have evidence of metastatic spread. So the trial involved this population of patients, untreated, inoperable, locally advanced pancreas cancer, and the patients were randomized to either receive tumor treating fields or not, in combination with gemcitabine and nab-paclitaxel in a 1-to-1 ratio. A total of 571 patients were included in the study, which took place over 5 years, including the COVID pandemic, across about 200 sites and in 20 countries. So it was truly an international study. I would say, first of all, that it can produce an additive effect with chemotherapy. In doing so, can do so both in the region of the cancer as well as throughout the body. It has some advantages when compared with radiation therapy in that it's logistically simpler, has fewer side effects, there isn't travel involved, can be used in all types of patients as opposed to certain patients like radiation therapy is. There are certain patients who can't receive radiation therapy. But most importantly, as I say, has this potential for effect throughout the body. So I look forward to a number of clinical trials and clinical experiments in which the use of other cancer therapies in pancreas cancer are tested with Tumor Treating Fields. One such experiment is going on currently, something known as the PANOVA-4 trial. And what the PANOVA-4 trial does is it looks at a different patient population, patients with metastatic pancreas cancer, not locally advanced, and uses the Tumor Treating Fields with gemcitabine and Abraxane, which is nab-paclitaxel, along with an immunotherapy, atezolizumab, which is a checkpoint inhibitor. And the thinking behind this is that the reason, or a reason, that the Tumor Treating Fields are thought to have an effect away from the cancer is by activating the immune system against the cancer. And the thought is by adding atezolizumab, it can potentiate this effect. So that trial is underway, and hopefully the results will be available next year. And there are many, many other ideas for additional trials throughout pancreas cancer that this PANOVA-3 study suggests. Really, for all stages of pancreatic cancer, survival is improved by controlling the growth of the cancer throughout the body. And so that is why the PANOVA-4 trial is so critical to demonstrate, in practicality, an advantage to the use of Tumor Treating Fields in this way. And so if this trial is successful, it opens the door to all kinds of considerations of adding different types of therapies to Tumor Treating Fields for really all stages of pancreatic cancer. The Tumor Treating Fields may affect the cancer adversely in a number of ways. So there are many, many different types of treatments. Almost any novel cancer treatment you can think of potentially could interface and synergize with the use of Tumor Treating Fields. And so I know that plans are being contemplated now as to what next additional studies will take place given the very broad range of opportunities that exist.